Hello there, my name is Libby, and one of my biggest concerns for the environment, specifically in America, is what our society thinks about the environment or the lack of thought that we give the environment. Because I feel like there are a few major problems with how we've been addressing the problem. The first one is that for some reason we seem to associate environmentally friendly options like riding your bike or taking the bus. We seem to associate that with something that the poor does, and it almost hurts our pride to do some of these things. So I feel that there needs to be a societal change in how we think about what would be the best thing for us to do and set sort of our ego and our past aside. And with that thought, we really need to let go of some of the ideas of our ancestors, one of them namely being that there are limitless resources at our disposal. And this is not the case. You all brought up wonderful points like deforestation and are hurting other animals and populations. And we're used to this. We think that there are limitless options out there and limitless amount of resources, but this is not the case. We have this idea that just because we can do it, we should do it, and that is not how it should be. Thank you.
Hi, it's Brendan again, and I was wondering, you've mentioned multiple times about the pollution that's in the rivers in India, and I was wondering if you feel like if it was a choice between stopping all of the ritualistic practices that surround the river, such as bathing or any of the religious practices that you do in the river, or cleaning it, which do you feel is more important, the rituals surrounding the river or the cleanliness of the river? Thank you.
Thanks for your question. I'm Muskan again. We cannot put a ban on people practicing religious or rituals around the river because it's been happening since a really long time, and we cannot put a ban on somebody's sentiments or their perspective about the way they look at religion or the practices that they do. But we can always make plans to reduce, to just curb the harmful effects of them, and we can have plans to just mitigate this problem of waste disposal in rivers, which is not because of ritual, but rather when people dump their house waste and wash their clothes and drugs and other things in the rivers. So that is also very much harming the rivers. And when it's about rituals, nobody can put a ban on the practices.
Hello, this is Sanskruti, and I think rituals and religious practices do play a part in polluting the rivers, because in India people immerse the god and goddesses deities in the river after worshipping them, and even after a person dies, his or her ashes are put into the water, so it definitely pollutes the water a lot. Other than that, this contaminated water is then used, which is causing health problems as well in our country. And I think putting a ban would be something very harsh, but we need to educate the people about this. We need to make them aware about it. They should realize it's something like this should come from inside them, that yes, this is our river. If we feel we worship it, then we need to preserve it as well, so that our future generations can worship it as well. And this is something which I think will be able to help save the water. Thank you.
Hello, Muskan again. I would just like to add on what she said, that India houses the culture of India is so varied. We have people from different backgrounds, different communities living here, and just putting a ban on the ideas or practices of one community would be very biased and would not be supported by people in India, because we cannot state something against somebody's views, and there are people who have different practices. Like there are people who worship some trees because that's what their religion preaches. So we cannot just say something wrong about some community or their practices. Rather, we can just try to spread the ideas of practicality that the rivers are getting polluted and it's not good for.
Hello, this is Sanskruti again, and it was an amazing conference. I had such a nice time, and you guys told us about so much about what you guys do, and I was especially very much impressed with Brana's idea about recycling, and I would definitely take it back with me, and I would like to promote it in my state also. And other than that, also I was really impressed with all the views that you guys had. And I think definitely if all of us are so much aware and if we could just spread this awareness to the people around us, the world will be definitely a much more better place to live in. Thank you.
Students at Lewis and Clark.
Hi, my name is Brendan, and it was a wonderful video conference. And I know that it was a lot to do for early in the morning over there, but I usually don't do anything this productive this late at night over here, so it was nice for a change. One thing that struck me is we saw so many different beliefs and backgrounds, and through everyone who talked, it was constant that we need to do something about the environment, and the environment is important. So I feel that shows a lot about who we are as individuals, and that as individuals, people do want to help. And it's really about taking that individual push and turning it into a group push and a group effort into helping the environment. Thank you.
Hi, it's Bryn again. I just wanted to say I've done many video conferences, and I think this was my favorite of all of them. You guys are amazing, so thank you. And also, I think now I'm a lot more optimistic, just seeing how like our two groups came together and we can agree on so many things that hopefully the world in general can come together and save the environment together. Thank you.